Andy boy.
Hey, Nick, how are you?
Hey, shit.
What is it, man?
Well, you know how we auditioned to be stormtroopers?
Yeah. I mean, audition is a strange word to use in this context, Nick, but we did go down to the Stormtrooper recruiting office and fill out the paperwork and meet with a recruiter. I'm very excited to become a Stormtrooper. They said they were going to pay for my master's degree if I survive.
Yeah, but they gave me a ring earlier today. One of us got it.
Oh man, Nick, I'm very sad to hear that. But I think you'll probably have a great time.
It was you! You're going to be a stormtrooper!
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, they thought I was actually overqualified, so I'm going to be your manager. But I think the important thing, whatever, commanding officer, whatever you want to call it. But I think that the important thing is that we're going to get to do this together still. We're going to get to be involved. It's going to be a blast. We're going to be trooping all over, storming everywhere. I'm looking forward to it. I hope we get to see that. The bad guy, you know, the one that brings his own theme music. I really hope we get to see him.
So, first, very excited to be a Stormtrooper.
Me too.
Very, very happy about this. You're going to be, I'll tell you this much, the Heaton family is going to be real impressed this Thanksgiving when I come home in my Stormtrooper uniform and my farmer relatives see that I can really do a real person job. The bit that I'm a bit murky on, Nick.
Which bit of the bit are you murky on?
Well, okay, you indicated that you are, first of all, overqualified to be a Stormtrooper.
Right, yeah.
I'm curious as to...
Andrew, can I ask you a real question?
Sure, great.
Off the top of your head, can you count the amount of rebellions I've tried to start?
It's at least 5.
So, I have a lot of military background, a lot of leading people. You know the exciting thing? I didn't have to wear a helmet. That's actually really exciting because some of us in the higher management, we don't have to wear helmets. And I asked, and I was like, my hair. And they're like, no. Like, if you're in this position, you have an option. You get the option. And I might wear the helmet sometimes.
Uh-huh.
I might wear, like, on flights.
Yeah.
Or something, like when I'm...
Or like if you're on a motorcycle.
First of all, safety, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, your hair is going to be all in my face. Yeah, I don't need that. So, yes. Yeah. I will occasionally wear my helmet, but only if it's one of those, like, really cool ones that's, like, kind of burnt and stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, so we're both going to be Imperial soldiers.
Yes.
And it sounds like I'm going to be a classic Stormtrooper, and you will be almost sounds like a desk guy of equal rank and status to me. Is that, like, we're just kind of different tracks?
Well, desk is I'm going to be in the field.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm commanding the troops in the field, I just happen to be the leader of your whatever that's called. I don't know. I got to look up the terms. I don't know before I get it.
Platoon? Squadron?
There's a B word.
Team.
Battalion, that's the one. Yeah, no, so I'm going to probably lead your battalion, but I'm excited. I haven't done any of the research yet, so I'm a little bit, like, behind.
God, that sounds so great.
We got to start in a couple weeks, though. I'm excited.
Hanging out with my buddy Nick in a subordinate position where lives are on the line. That sounds like...
I don't think of it that way. Don't think of it as, you're the subordinate, and I mean, yes, to be fair, technically that is how it is, but you don't have to think of it that way. We've never had that kind of dynamic.
So I won't have to, I won't have to follow orders.
No, you absolutely...
Other people will, but because you already know me, I can kind of do my own thing.
You absolutely will have to follow orders, and if you don't and get out of line, there'll be consequences. But that's not really the point of this. Here's the thing, and you know this to be true. I could tell already, you're going to be my favorite.
Uh-huh.
You're going to be my pal. You're going to be the one I'm like, my first in... You're technically not my first officer. There's another guy. He's nice. Jeremy. He's really sweet.
Jeremy?
Yeah. But he's honestly overqualified for that position.
No one's arguing that Jeremy wouldn't make a great first officer. He's a stellar guy and incredibly competent.
Yeah, they were going to move him up even farther, trying to go from within, but they saw my resume and decided to go with...
Wait, hold on. Hey, this is a fun idea.
Okay.
You know what? You're going to like this. This is going to be a super fun idea.
Okay.
What if we alternated being captains of the battalion? Like, you could do it one week, and but you get kind of worn out, you'd be like kind of burnt out on the leadership, and you're like, I just want to be one of the men.
You know what, Heaton? I'm tired of that lip. I'm tired of this lip, all right?
I haven't even been sworn in as a stormtrooper yet. I don't know that you can issue me orders until I've been given a uniform and a blaster.
You're goddamn right I can. Because once my subordinate, I was my subordinate. In this context, when outside of it, we're buddies still. None of this will change our normal, our normal cool dynamic that we have. Our normal, Tango and Cash sort of thing we got going. Our Don Johnson and Cheech from Cheech and Chong.
How many people are going to be in our battalion?
I think, as far as I can tell, between you, me, and Jeremy, and three of us.
What?
Yeah, it's a small. We're a mini unit, but we're going into find the wires, the cut, that kind of shit. You get it.
We're in a 3-person battalion.
Yeah, tiny.
And both people outrank me in it?
Hey, bud, listen, I wasn't the one making the decisions here. If they would have said who deserves to be the first officer, I mean, don't get me wrong, I probably would have said Jeremy, because Jeremy does deserve it. We've talked about that.
Again, no one is contesting that Jeremy would make a great
Jeremy
first
should
officer.
Be a first. Yeah.
Can I be second officer then?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you're second officer, between us, but really you're not that rank yet. You know what I mean? You haven't actually earned an officer's rank. But between us, sure, I'm probably second officer Heaton all the time. That's fun. Why not?
Next question. I think we can all agree the most important part of a battalion is schlepping stuff and the latrines.
Yeah.
So I feel like as team captain, that should be your purview. Whereas I, being the jarhead grunt, should just shoot bad guys with my super cool laser blaster.
Okay. I think that's a fair point. I think it's wrong, but I think it's a fair point because, obviously I'm the captain, so I can't clean the latrine. That would be silly. And Jeremy should, but he's the first officer, and he's a little too high for that. So
wait, so if we're on a planet that has a Starbucks, can we just use that bathroom, or do I still have to dig a latrine?
It depends on the planet. I think I wouldn't want to draw a hard and fast rule on it, until we get there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think that's kind of
okay.
Presumptuous.
All right. Next question. There's 3 of us.
True.
As previously established. So when you give an order, we get to vote on it, right? If you're we should definitely dig a latrine over there, I can be all in favor. And if Jeremy, and I'm nah, I don't want to dig that latrine. And Jeremy's nah, we shouldn't have to dig a latrine, then we can outrule you, right?
Well, technically, no. There's no voting. It's not a democracy.
Kind of authoritarian not to have a vote on everything we do.
Yeah, it's not a democracy. We are, stormtroopers.
I guess I didn't get the memo on the Empire being so hierarchical all of a sudden. I just kind of assumed we'd do a vote at a PTA meeting.
That feels like probably why you didn't get a higher position. Lack of research could have been it.
Okay.
But, wait, I got a message.
Yeah?
Okay.
Did I get promoted? Am I Admiral?
No, there's a good news. Little good.
Okay, good.
Good news, bad news.
I like part of that.
We're getting getting a 4th member of the battalion.
Nice.
Yes. It's a Wookiee.
Okay.
Oh, they're bumping Jeremy down, so he's going to be the first officer.
Wait, is she hot?
He is not, and he's going to be the first officer.
Wait, well, hold on. Does it say how hot they are in the file?
Well, there's a ranking. Yeah, there's a scale, and also
what does it say?
Also
I am?
A picture.
Is it on a 10-point?
4.
I'm a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, space 4.
What? How is a space 4 different than so I'm an Oklahoma 8? But a space 4? You've been to space. They're not all hot.
Okay, first of all, I'd say you're an Oklahoma 7.5. Let's not get too excited there.
Yeah. Well, but there's also a lot of blondes in Oklahoma, so don't, that's nothing against me to be a 7.5 in Oklahoma.
If it helps, I'm a New York 6.
What? That's really good.
Yeah.
What am I in New York?
I don't think we want to go down this path.
5, 4,
Andy. I don't think
2.
Anyway, so we're getting a 4th member.
Wait, does it have your ranking on your file? It says Captain Nick 6 out of 10 on a New York hotness scale?
Yeah, well, I also, my space ranking, 9.6.
You're a 9.6 in space.
Yeah.
Out of all of the beings in space.
Yeah, I'm not well trimmed and groomed enough to probably get to a 10.
So the thing stopping you from being 10 out of 10 is a haircut?
Yeah, probably.
And I'm a 4.
Again, I don't make the rules. It's just within the file.
Who makes the rules? Who's assessing this? Was it that guy, Derek, that we went down to the local recruiting station at the Space Mall and we said we wanted to be... Does he do it?
No, Derek's inconsequential. There is an entire room full of people dedicated to ranking these things.
So there's like an Imperial hot or not department.
Yes.
Within the military.
That's not like the technical name for it, but yeah, it's pretty much that.
What is the technical name for it?
It's the Hotness Center. Yeah.
It's the Hotness Center? Yeah. That's what it's called?
So it's called. Not to be confused with the Hot Center, which is where they focus on like lasers and things that are really warm and lava and stuff. That's different.
Or the Hoth Center.
Yeah, the Hoth Center.
Which is a fine performing arts center on the planet Hoth.
That's true. I know many people from the Hot Center.
They did Fiddler on the Roof last year,
I saw it. It was amazing. Well, we saw it together. Yep.
Yep, I missed it. I wanted to see it,
I thought we saw it together. No, that wasn't you. That was Jeremy. Shit.
That was
sorry.
Jeremy. You only had 2 tickets, and you said that he would enjoy it more than me, and I agreed.
Yeah. Well, he knows all the words. Yeah, but...
He's amazing. I wish I were Jeremy.
Anyway, the point I was trying to make is our new Wookiee is actually now the first officer.
Oh, great. But I'm still second officer, so now I outrank Jeremy.
So technically, again, the second officer thing was between you and me, but now Jeremy's second officer?
Wait, what did I do? You already told me I got to be second officer. Now you're
I
doing...
I got to be second officer if I was just like...
Ewok takebacks?
I was just saying, like, I would call you second officer, like, casually, but realistically, you're no longer...
I would actually prefer to be ceremonial second officer. That actually sounds better to me, to say this is my ceremonial second officer. Like I'd get a sash if we had a parade for all 4 members of our team. I would get to walk
Andrew,
in it.
I would. You just, come on, man. You know me. I love you, buddy. I would. But Jeremy's the ceremonial second officer. I think that goes without saying. I think.
How did he do on the hotness thing?
8.
God damn, he's a fucking 8.
Space 8.
And I'm a 4. And now I'm like third officer? What am I?
Well, you're not an officer, bud. You never were. But you're just kind of old number 4 is what we're going to call you.
Wait. So we added another person to our battalion.
Yes, which is exciting because 3 is not that many.
Agreed. But rather than having a first and second officer, or excuse me, a commanding officer and a first officer, and then 2 enlisted men, we're not even going to do that. I am still the lowest guy in a 4-person battalion. I don't even have an equal.
That's a good way to think of it. You have no equals.
But in a bad way, because everyone outranks me. Also, I'm not very attractive, apparently.
Well, that's a side note altogether. That's completely separate from the...
How did they figure it out with huts and things? Like, do they look and go like, well, for a hut, if I were a hut, I would totally tap that. I'm a human, I'm not super interested, but if I were a hut, clearly, that's a very fuckable hut. He's an 8 out of 10.
No, you're an 8 on the hut scale, if that counts.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a 15.
God. I feel like if I were a hut, I would clean up.
Yeah.
Like, I spend a lot of time at hut bars, and I do it just because I like the music, But like, but I'm very popular there, and I think if I were a hut, that I would probably do very well.
I couldn't agree more. And yeah, I'm a 15 on that one. But who's keeping track?
Apparently the Empire is.
Well, that's true. Someone is technically keeping track. But I mean, between us, this is, also you're not supposed to know any of this. So, this is all between us because, the files and such.
We've got 4 people in our battalion.
If
I recruit people myself, like I go to the mall or like, I don't know, Home Depot or something, and I've got a clipboard.
You want to work with Derek and recruit people? That's lower than low. That's lower than battalion.
No, I was thinking maybe I could form my own battalion. So like, we can't take a vote because apparently we're not a democracy somehow. But like, could we kind of do it like with one of those Tupperware marketing things where like if I find people that to bring in to sell Tupperware, they become my subordinates and I get to be captain?
A pyramid scheme? You want to do a pyramid scheme for the Empire? This is a pyramid scheme in the Empire. That's not what this is. You don't get to just add people to the battalion. You don't get to make your own battalion.
That seems like a great, because then the Empire gets more people. Why don't they want to do that?
If you want to be a recruiter, that's fine, but you can't be in a battalion. If you're a recruiter, that's all you do all day and all night. You just sit at the mall and you recruit people.
This has been really disheartening. Just everything I'm learning, like we don't get to vote or start a pyramid scheme with lasers, and I'm a 4 out of 10.
Hey, you know when you do get to vote? For lunch. Whatever we decide to get for lunch.
So that's up for vote.
That's up for vote every time. Oh, and that's equal. Equal vote. Well, I get two. I get two votes. But then everybody else gets a vote.
Okay, wait, hold on, Nick. Listen. I love you and I respect your authority over me as commanding officer, and I will abide by this.
Thank you.
As your subordinate.
Thank you.
This is the only thing I truly want that I'm asking you for.
Okay.
I understand I can't be second officer or third officer. I understand that. I understand that I'm a 4 out of 10, even though I did a push-up last week. I understand that, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
This is all I want. Can I be our battalion's mascot?
I'm sorry, no.
Why not?
Andrew.
We haven't even picked what our animal's going to be. I was thinking camel, and I could get a camel costume. I'll still dig the latrines. I'll still vote on lunch, and I'll shoot dissidents as per usual.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Can you do a backflip?
Not under the current gravity.
Okay. Jeremy can do a backflip. Don't you think any good mascot should be able to do a backflip? Let's be honest.
Yes, sir.
So what do you want me to say here?
So Jeremy is our mascot and our second officer. What are my jobs?
You're latrine cleaner. You get to you're the squad pep leader.
Okay.
You try to pep us up, get us excited for battle.
Nice. All right.
That's your job.
Kind of sounds like a thing a mascot would do, but sure. All right. Keep going.
Well, no, I mean he's there to just dazzle and amaze. You're just to get our spirits up, and if he's feeling down one day and can't perform,
like I'm kind of doing crowd work.
You're kind of doing crowd work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of your gimmick.
All right.
I mean, listen, we'll work the rest of this out when we start training together next week. But for now, it's all. I just wanted to call and tell you the fact. I didn't know we were going to get so deep in the weeds, but I just wanted you to know.
Okay, well, honored to serve with you, oh Captain, my Captain.
Thanks.